Just going out in my bait boat. See you on the other side. Just leaving the UK for an adventure. A breamy one. I hope not, Graeme. Resilience. Dragonfly Spinner. There it is, guys. 28.5 piece. How black it is, guy.
Yeah, it's certainly dark on top.
Built on the Dragonfly rig. Brown Dragonfly with the yellow liquid booster cylinder on it, and it had some of the Master Marine liquid inside. Beautiful. It's only out 10 minutes, wasn't it, Graeme?
Yeah.
Alright. Beautiful. So come forward in
It's even darker that side.
magic balloons like this. Anyway, guys, done a Dragonfly rig. Beautiful. Right then, spin it back. Well, guys, so you want to know what's catching the fish? It's the Dragonfly Spinner, topped off with the yellow booster cylinder. And the liquid which is going in it is being the Master Marine smoke, and that's been doing the damage. I've had 2 fish on it now, and we're very happy. So devastating little rig. This is the brown Dragonfly Aligner Cap, cut down into a spinner rig style, and as I said, we had the liquid smoke inside. And it's just that simple. Beautiful. Just over £26. Beautiful. Devastating little rig. Lovely. As you know, the Dragonfly Aligner Cap can be 5 different rig presentations. So hopefully we'll do a few different presentations with the rig and show you how good it is. Anyway, let's turn it round. Beautiful. Nice, isn't it, Graeme?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Not as dark as last one.
No, but we're happy.
Yeah.
Made me work hard for it, didn't it, mate? Anyway, time to get it back. Lovely. Wow. That was a bloody marvellous, wasn't it? Unfortunately I didn't have the mic on as I was playing it. But the rush to get out there, strike the rod. God, it played me like a little fiddle. Not a bad little scrap, that. Anyway, that's 2 to the Dragonfly Spinner and the Monster Marine. I'm going to give it one more go and then I'm going to change the rig completely. And have a slightly different presentation, I think. Oh, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Preparations is the key. But anyway, guys, it's getting out there and having a bit of fun that matters. Learning something about the lake, learning something about the swim, learning something about yourself. And most importantly, realising this is only a short journey for everybody. There's only so much fishing to be had, isn't there? This carp headbanger's not getting any younger. Anyway, got to think about my next rig, I think. See it all in a minute. Bloody hell, I've just caught a lovely common. Tell you what, looks awesome. It's a big common there. Get on the Dragonfly Spinner. Oh, man. Let's get it sorted. What's that saying?
There's no rings on this. Oh. Oh. 48 on nail.
48. That'll do as well, lad.
Yeah.
Get on the Dragonfly Spinner, guys. 3 tonight.
Do bang on nail 48.
So, okay. There we go, Graeme. Dragonfly Spinner Rig. Tell you what, looks a lovely fish here, mate. What a bloody fish that is. That's a common, innit, Graeme?
That's the comment.
We like big comments, don't we, lad?
love big comments.
What a bloody fish, that's a unit, that. Oh, way. Beautiful. Oh, way. Once again, Dragonfly Spinner Rig with the Monster Marine Smoke liquid inside it. Beautiful. Well guys, as much as we've give the Dragonfly Spinner its credit and the liquid, we seem to forget the multi-point hooks. It's been the same hook for the last 3 fish and it's still sharp. And it's still sharp. Just showing its reliability. There we go. Beautiful. Anyway, let's get it back.
Yes, so I can go and tie some dragonfly spinners.
You see, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Look at it, Graeme. It's not happy. Good morning. Well, what a first day I've had. 3 fish, 26, 28 and a half and 47 and a half common. Sorry, 47 common. It's early. Oh, right. All on the same rig. Dragonfly Spinner Rig. Ooh. Anyway. What does the day bring is the question. It's been a tough going. Preparations and getting here. But funny thing is, once you're here, you sort of forget all the bloody bullshit. Just about enjoying yourself, innit? So, I've only got 1 rod in at the minute. Whew. Don't you love that sound? The birds tweeting away. Well, my bivvy looks a mess. Won't show you it. But I'm with my buddy Graeme. He's in the next peg down. But Can't tell you the lake we're on. It's a secret. Just there to enjoy ourselves. Hopefully create a few magic moments. Anyway, I'll let you see the lake. It's first thing in the morning. I don't even know what time it is. There you go. How lovely is that? A little bit of the mist rising off the surface of the lake. The sun's just rising to the left. One rod left in the water. That 47 common last night was absolutely bloody awesome. Can't beat it. To be fair, it looked bigger than what I thought. Nailed, bottom lip. Just going to try various rigs out. See what happens. Problem with this lake, it's like an egg box. It's all over the place. Anyway guys, catch you in a bit. Well, don't you love the weather? Sunny one minute, rain the next. Sunny one minute, rain the next. Oh, well. It's all part of the experience. Just moved one of my rods, to be fair. On the multi-bait. Boilie version. And just doing a little bit of experimenting. I've put some hemp in it. Crushed hemp. Turn it into a hemp boilie. There's not many people who can say that, is there? So hopefully we can make amends and hopefully we'll catch a magic moment. It's been quiet, it's been raining all night, and to be honest, I think it's switched them off a little bit. So it's all back to patience again, isn't it? Being patient. I'm in 6 foot of water with me near rod here, little fish show, then 4.5 foot on the middle rod, and then 3.5 foot in the far right rod. So see what happens in it. Eat your heart out, guys. I think that's a bloody unit. Oh my, look at it. Caught on the multi-bait. Lovely. Bye. What's wrong with it, Graeme?
Majority on it's all got double stitching around the mesh. On the critical points up near the bars, single row stitch.
And that's why it fell apart?
Yeah. I mean, it's actually tore the material there.
Look at that. 57.5 lost. Too much, isn't it?
Well, so I would make a slip D-combi rig, one of my favourite rigs with the multi-bait boilie.
Well, you've caught quite a few with that, haven't you? Being honest, Graeme.
On the multi-bait hundreds, over the years thousands, it's my go-to rig.
Right.
It always resets, it's simple to tie, other than the Albright knot, which is easy once you've mastered it. So I take my braid and my size 6 curve shank, leaky point, ulti-point hooks. I will get it right one day. I form a loop in the end and thread that through the eye. One. That through the eye. Obviously I'm using the swivel version of the multi-bait, and then the loop through the swivel, Then the loop over the hook as if you're tying a multi-rig. About there. The loose end fold back on itself and then whip 7 times down the shank. I always go 2 back over the top. Cut my braid. Back through the eye.
What size hook are you using, Graeme?
Size 6. My favourite size, and basically finish that off with a standard Lockness knot and then trim your excess off. Always making sure the loop is going down back of the shank of the hook.
Perfect.
And then I use a little bit of shrink tube, simply because I don't like cutting the Dragonfly aligners down so much.
Don't you know?
No, sir. Because of the curve of the hook, it will hook itself, so I'm not wanting to add any kicker to it.
Yeah.
All I'm wanting to do is just
Finish
literally set the, just cover the knot and the edge of the eye. So around 10mm of shrink tube. Like that. Just so it goes over the knot and just past the eye. Then I take my monofilament. You can use fluorocarbons and everything. I prefer this. It's softer, so it lays over anything on the bottom, so no bottom's clean. The stiffer fluorocarbon booms and stuff I just find too stiff for my liking.
Well, to be fair, the substrates of lakes aren't flat, are they?
No.
But you know, when you've got trough holes, you can easily sort of find a lot of bumps and different gradients, so to speak.
Yeah, and bits of weed, bits of twigs, anything. It can just, with a stiffer boom sections, it can just go anywhere. So I've used this for too many years to mention. Makes me feel old. So then I attach the 2 with an all-bark knot, which you take your monofilament or boom or fluorocarbon, whatever you're using, fold it against itself, thread your nylon through the loop, you braid through the loop. I like to have quite a long, supple section.
Right. Why is that, Graeme?
Especially on waters where we are today, where there's bigger fish in it.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel that give them a bit more, because they're not like a small fish where the mouth's close to the bottom. You know, they're all, you know,
if you suck at this from distance from the hook later, I've seen that many times.
You know, it's like you catch a big fish and the number of times you see sores on its belly because it's just rubbing against it all the time. So it's through the loop, and then you wrap around 8 times down the 2 pieces. And then 3 back down it. And the important part is you must put your end the same way as it's coming through, so both sections are going the same way through the loop. You've done that, then gently, you go it like that, you gently just tease that down to the edge. If not, it elongates your knot. And then it's just a case of pull it tight. And trim your ends off. I never go too tight with my ends.
No.
Any knots. It's also a good knot for shock leaders as well. But when you're using it for a shock leader, you don't need to go back down it. Now, cut my desired length of my monofilament off. Anti-tangle sleeve. And then to my desired length, I do like a fairly long rig, 7 inches, 8 inches. Depending on the bottom, I could go 10, 12 inches. It's always worked for me. Right. So I don't follow trends as such.
I noticed when you were fishing Foulet with me a couple of times ago, and you used very long rigs there, and they were very successful, weren't they?
Yeah, it a lot depends on the fish. You know, you see a lot of people pushing certain rigs, but then you look at the size of the fish they're catching, then you use the shorter rigs. If you use a 4-inch rig and you expect a 60-70 pound carp to suck and blow that into its mouth, it's got to lift the lead up, because it's very rare the mouth's actually touching the bottom. And I've seen it many a time watching carp feed in the margin. So, and then finish it off, figure of 8 loop knot. Rolling board tool. Trim the excess. Slide your anti-tangle sleeve up. I do prefer a longer anti-tangle sleeve as well.
Yeah, it's a kicker, isn't it?
Yeah. And then just a little bit of putty just to cover the knot. It also, the putty, it's not to hold it down as such, it's more for it to reset.
For the people who are watching, I know you turned around and said to me once, previous to meeting you, Phil, and being friends, and obviously you were a boilie angler and you had your methods.
Yeah.
Obviously you come to understand about me creating the multi-bait.
Yeah.
So what do you think changes the game for you, Graeme?
One of the biggest draws to the multi-bait at the time was I was fishing waters in Shropshire that are riddled with crayfish.
Yeah.
And you put a boilie on and you can put boilie wrap and wrap them in tights like the old school way that we used to do. They just destroy them. And in some of the waters I was fishing, they were lasting 10 minutes.
Right. And
that was the draw, my initial draw. But then I was using them and it was the attraction leakage.
Yeah.
It just outscores a boilie 10 to 1.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I still make my own boilies.
Yeah.
I've you know, so I use them as for baiting up around me thing, but it's happened on so many occasions that I know that's been the first one that's been taken.
Yeah.
Because of the attractions coming from it.
Yeah.
And if fishing in waters with crayfish, crabs, nuisance fish, I can leave that out as long as I want. It can get picked up as many times as it wants. I know it's going to reset and it's going to be there waiting. So the best rigs in the world, we never hook them first time every time. Never do. I'd like to think we do, but I like to think this one does, but they don't. And I know that is always fishing with the ultimate attraction, which comes to
your favourite?
My favourite.
Oily shrimp paste.
Oily shrimp paste, and I've mixed oily shrimp extract into it and it's a lot softer than it is when it comes, because I've really put a lot of extra
liquid, yeah.
Because I've been experimenting. So obviously I make my own boilies. I've made my own boilies for 30 years, so I know what's going into it. But then when you boil them, some companies are now steaming them, which does exactly the same. It's washing a lot of it out, and it also puts a firm skin on it. And obviously when you buy your paste, you get supplied a little wooden tool for mixing your liquids and that, and loading your multi-bait. But I'm a bit old school, and I've always got mine handy. So yeah, I mean, to me that is the ultimate attraction. It's caught me while I've been using the multi-bait and the paste, which obviously a couple hundred carp. I've had over 100 this year, and grass carp up to 53, 48 mirrors, a lot of 30s, and the odd bream. Which we don't. Oh, and the roach.
Oh, and the roach.
Yes.
Yeah, you had a roach, didn't you?
Yes,
In fact, you had two.
Yes, yes, it catches everything. It is the ultimate attraction. But going back to the rig,
yeah,
get your topper, insert your foam in the top.
And this just gives it a little bit more buoyancy.
Yeah, you can play around with it. You can make it into a, if you cut it 5-6 mil, you can make your multi-bait into a pop-up. I like it like a wafter, so I literally cut it level with the topper. It just gives, it sits up, not quite, don't move quite as much as a wafter bait does, but it just sits nice, especially on the dumbbell version. So you take your paste, fill your multi-bait. Most people will use the applicator and have cleaner fingers than I will, but I like to get involved.
Old school anglers aren't afraid to get a little bit dirty, are they?
No, no, they're not. After the hard times we had many years ago, putting paste into a multi-bait is easy.
Yeah.
So I always make it level with the top of my multi-bait. Then I push my topper in. And you will get some leakage through the holes. I never could take it off. I mean, most of it will come off on a cast, but if you put it out in a bait boat, it just drops around your rig. And that's it. Simple and effective.
Lovely.
With the ultimate attraction.
And in regarding the toppers, do you like the idea where you can just interchange them to suit any colour you're on?
Yep, they come in various colours. Moment I'm using yellow, so I put a bit of corn in my baiting mix. Pink's another one of my favourites, but I'm quite happy to use it all brown or all white. So I mean, during the day, I mean, when that's in the water, that's going to be, the hook's going to be laid flat, that's going to be just sat above it. Any fish coming along, if it's a visual attraction, they'll see the topper. At night time, it don't really matter on the, I don't believe it matters on the colour, it's all the attraction it's giving off.
Well, do you remember that bream you caught, Graeme, which was blind?
Yeah, at Fluette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that says it all, doesn't it?
It does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that rig, I've been using this rig now over 30 years of ultimate confidence in it. And now I've got the multi-bait. It's a winning combination. I've got a rig I've got faith in, and I've got a bait that's giving the attraction off, and it's always fishing.
Very good. Well, there you go, guys. The multi-bait. The ultimate hook bait. Well, here we go, guys. Another one caught on the multi-bait with banana paste and liquid in it. So it's all about that attraction in it. Makes amends for that 57.5 that we didn't seem to capture in the footage. But we've got a new retainer now. So here it is. 36.5. Beautiful. Oh, hey. It's what we come for, isn't it, Graeme?
Yeah.
Hey, to be fair, I had to take about 20 minutes before this one. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to get it in. But this one makes amends. Magic moments. Beautiful. Love it.
And that's the pretty side.
Isn't it? Beautiful. Hold on. How lovely is that? The multi-point hook's doing the damage again, as well as everything else in it. All coming together. Lovely. That'll do me. Let's get it back. Do those great. Going to go down to Graeme's and see how he's gone on, and have a cup of tea. I believe the weather's going to improve later today, so we need that. I think they've gone into deeper water myself, right, but certainly moved away from my spots. So, as Graeme says, anything can happen at any time. Graeme's hoping to catch the 71 common in here, and I'd like it myself. So not that I'm being greedy, because I'm quite happy with my capture rate at the minute. That's some really nice fish. But camera equipment and rain don't mix. Graeme's in. About time for you, isn't it, Greg?
I was thinking about to move earlier.
We were just having a drink then, weren't we, Graeme? And then it was a bleep bleep, we're in. It's not that common, is it, you see?
Would be nice.
Oh, don't know, that's a common.
It is.
I'm thinking, hell, it's a bloody common, lad. Ooh, get in the net. Oh, sugar. There we go. There we go, nailed. Isn't it?
Yep.
And you done it as a pop-up, you said?
I did. Same rig as I made the other day.
Yeah.
Just for a couple of sinkers on it and a little bit extra foam to make it into a pop-up.
Lovely. Lovely, easy start, wasn't it? Turn it this way, Graeme. Playing the scales. What is it, lad? 38.
40 on the nose, I make it.
That'll do. Yeah, lovely. Lovely, lad. Lovely 40 common. Lovely. Caught on the multi-bait. What did you have inside, Graeme?
Oily shrimp paste and extract.
There you go, and this time we turned it into a pop-up presentation. Just adding a little bit more foam in the topper. And what size hook, ulti-point hook did you use, Graeme?
Size 6.
Size 6, yeah.
Size 6 curb shank.
Yeah. There you go, Graeme. There he goes. Lovely. What more can you ask for, lad? Lovely early morning bite.
Just as we're having a coffee.
Isn't it? Lovely.
That's made me happy.
Beautiful. There we go. Hooks in the mouth, dragonflies just pulled back a little bit. Perfect. What a unit. Catch it all in a minute, guys. Well guys, we're just about to reweigh the fish. Reason being, I didn't have my glasses on and I think it's a bit lighter than what we thought. How's it, Graeme?
48 and a half.
That'll do. 48 and a half. Yeah. Caught on the Dragonfly. Red one. Size 6 multi-point hook. What a unit. Absolute unit. Beautiful. Lovely shape, isn't it, Graeme?
Yeah, some depth to that one.
Isn't it?
Like you said, similar to the one that got away.
Isn't it? Exactly the same, only just a little bit lighter. Got an old wound there. All healed like. Beautiful. Absolute perfect. Come on, you know you need too fat for all that. Perfect. That'll do us, Graeme.
Right.
Well, hey Graeme, we're back in your swim.
Yes.
At
least I've caught a fish this time.
I know, yeah. Lovely £40 common. And you've decided to make a little change because...
yeah, seeing fish 2/3 across the lake showing, so I think they're up in the water.
Right, so...
So I'm going to put a zig out.
Well...
So obviously I always use the wide gape for my zigs.
Right.
I know a lot of people use curved shanks and stuff. I just prefer a wide gape.
Yeah. I've noticed you're using a size 6 wide gape, and
yeah.
Most people use a mixer hook or...
Yeah, the reason I'm using a size 6 is I'm going to be using the Dragonfly instead of the Zig Cap.
Yeah.
Simply because we're big fishing for bigger fish, and I just like to have something in the face that's going to attract them more than anything. So,
and that's the whole idea of the Zig, the Dragonfly Aligner, in the fact that I remember Ollie Davis saying, you know, he likes using big zigs.
Yeah.
And obviously we like to refine our rigs to suit certain waters, but when you're fishing for bigger fish, then obviously a bigger zig will come into play, won't it?
That's it. Plus, years ago, before there were zigs, we called it off the lead, and we used to use a pop-up.
Yeah.
You know, so we used to catch fish then.
Yeah.
So why can't we catch fish with a bigger bait now?
Yeah.
You know, I think the trend has been for the zigs to be small, you know, especially with the Zig aligners, you know, where you put in a piece of 6mm foam in.
Yeah.
We've all got used to fishing that way.
Yeah.
And I just think something a bit more in the face should hopefully produce the goods.
Yeah. So you obviously we're just gonna...
Yes, obviously if I were using the Zig Cap, I would use probably a size 8 or a size 10.
Yeah.
But we're fishing for big fish in deep water, so let's get something in the face. So use size 6 wide gape. Obviously always check your hooks before you tie them on. A lot of people use the nail test. Myself, if I just stick it in my finger, you know, when it holds in, no pressure, you know, what's the point of rubbing it on your nail? It doesn't represent a carp's mouth.
No, it doesn't.
You know, so what is the point?
No, there is no point. It's just a case of people have certain ways of thinking that's how you need to demonstrate something to prove a point, but it's not necessarily the case.
You know, your skin is the near. I mean, if you use your lips, it's probably more But
Yeah.
I'm not sticking hooks in my lips.
No.
You know, but, you know, literally holds in with no pressure at all.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I like about the ulti-point hooks.
Yeah.
And the wide gape, it's got a slight beak on it,
Yeah.
which I do like.
Yeah.
So, obviously, using £15 Zig line.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the knot. I think it's a Palomar knot, I believe.
Yeah.
So, I thread it through the eye, wrap it around my finger, and then back through the eye to form my loop. That's hook sharp, it catches me every time it goes near me. And then it's a straight, basically, overhand knot. And then the hook through the loop or you've just formed, and gently just tease the knot down. As with all knots with mono, just moisten it and pull it down and trim off your excess. And then it's a case of just sliding it into your aligner. And there you have it.
Perfect. Get on the Dragonfly Aligner, guys.
Yep. Finish it off. Figure of 8 loop. And there we go. And 16-foot Zig, all ready to go.
Sounds perfect to me. Are you going to put an anti-tangle sleeve on the end?
Yeah, I'll thread one on.
I know, a bit of a dragonfly that was. Must have thought you had one of its buddies in the hand.
That's it. Good thing about this line, it's you only need to get a little tug on it. Hang straight.
It's beautiful, mate. 2 years to develop that line.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, well there you go, guys. The Dragonfly Aligner Zig. And hopefully Graeme's going to catch one on it.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. See you all in a minute. Bye. What Graham's doing now, he's just getting the spot where he feels the zig needs to go. So he's just cast it out a couple of times to get the spot right, clipping it up, and bring it back, and then obviously attach his Dragonfly Aligner zig. Perfect. Oh, hey. There you go, guys. Dragonfly Aligner Cap Zig with the Monster Marine Bite pop-up in it. Nailed. Beautiful. Let's get it out, eh? Right.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Cheers, Phil.
£30 on the Dragonfly Aligner Cap Zig. There you go. Well done, Graeme. Well done.
Cheers, Phil.
Well done. We've got a new PB for Graeme, Guy, on the Dragonfly Aligner Cap Zig. £30. Hip hip! Hooray!
I don't think I can claim a Zig PB.
No, why not? Perfect, mate. Lovely.
A little chunky one.
Isn't it? 30, isn't it? Lovely. Come on. There we go. Lovely. Good morning. Oh, hey. Doesn't it look lovely out there? All that mist. Nice chilly morning, to be honest. And it was bloody marvellous to see Graeme catching that £30 mirror on a Zig. So I was just saying to him earlier on, the Dragonfly Aligner Cap and the different presentations you can catch with it's done us proud, really. I think it works out. We've caught first 3 on the Dragonfly Aligner with the liquid boosting cylinder with the Monster Marine liquid in it. Then we had 2 takes on the Dragonfly Aligner stiff. Then I had a take on the Dragonfly Aligner Spinner with a Zanana Biobite pop-up in it. And Graeme's had the Zig capture, obviously using the Dragonfly Aligner Cap as a Zig. So that's 4, sorry, that's, yeah, 1, 2, 3, that's 4 different rig presentations, and out of 7. So there's 3 other rig presentations we can use. That's the Chod, the Dragonfly Aligner bottom bait with just putting whatever you want inside it. And then there's another 2 presentations that I created this week that you can use. So we'll have to work on them, won't we? I don't think there's a rig on the planet which is more versatile, to be fair. Not only that, protects the carp's mouth. Don't need so many components. So, very pleased. The multi-baits worked fine. Graeme's caught on the multi-bait, nice 40 common, and I've had a 57.5 mirror on it, and a 36 or a 37 mirror on it as well. That was the dumbbell versions for me. Graeme had his on the boilie version. So it's been a good session. not been an easy week by any shape or form, because obviously it's been quiet for the last few days, and yesterday evening that's where they started showing, to be fair, and that's where we had the results, the early hours this morning, me catching that just over 40 pound mirror, and Graeme catching his 30 pound mirror on the Zig. Anyway, it's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm going to get my head down for an hour or two. Getting up and down of it all night's not good, is it? To be fair, broken sleep. But anyway, it's good to be alive weather. I think it's going to be a hot day today. Clear skies, high pressure, and a beautiful morning. And that was a fish making a noise. Anyway guys, catch you all later. Bye for now. Oh, yes. Crazy how legs just switch off though, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they're no different to us. They don't eat 24/7, do they?
No. Bloody hell, Graeme, you've got to laugh at some of these comments, lad.
I know. It's embarrassing.
Tell you what, guys, it's like we can't live without social media on the Banker. Some of the bloody laughing we're doing here on these comments, unbelievable. To be fair, we just thought we'd share a couple of them. I basically put a picture on the Carp Bangers page of the multi-bait next to a normal boilie. Both identical in their visual looks, except obviously the multi-bait was oozing out of a traction, where the boilie the traction is trapped within the skin in order to make the boilie itself. But some of the comments were a little bit, you sort of have to raise an eyebrow and laugh, to be fair, but I just thought, God, we just need to just sort of share a few, to be fair. We'll just use the first names. We don't want to use the second names. We're not here to sort of belittle anybody, really. Just you've got to.
Let's just leave the names out, shall we?
Yeah, we'll leave the names out. We just want to highlight how bad social media is, really, and the thinking, because you'd be surprised. You know, we're all on different levels of thinking, different abilities as anglers, and you know, and to be fair, some of the comments really show the level of attitude that people have got, but it is what it is at the end of the day. It is number one for you. Obviously we put a picture of the two boilies identical, and a guy replies, and he got 8 likes, to be honest. Swap the spot of the rigs and I'll bet it'll be the other way. It's 99% location. And to be fair, he also got agreed by another angler, as well as his 8 likes, and my reply to him was, location is a major factor, but as for attraction, I'd rather have a bait that is number 1 in attraction rather than number 51, so to speak, even though that 1% might make all the difference to catching. he's come back at me, to be fair, and he's basically saying not at all. Not at all, as they eat chunks of unscented foam, unflavoured plastics, all with silt and stones. You might as well say, if you want to sort of agree with him, everything we're using is just pointless, really, because you're just putting everything.
Yeah. We'll just throw a pebble on the hook.
Exactly, and the fish is just going to eat it. Well, that's not the way fishing works. So, another guy. What happens when all the goodness has washed out? Question. You're left with an empty plastic ball, but the boilie is still a boilie. I replied, everything is all about timing and understanding what you're using. You are making assumptions on what you don't know or understand. You basically come back with a laughing emoji, to be fair, which I find strange personally, but he then comes back with another reply. I understand that everything is filled with flavour and put underwater will eventually lose all its contents after a while with tears. I replied, first of all, how long are you fishing for? Then it depends on what you're putting in it. Then understanding the time frame of how that attraction breaks down. Whatever way you look at it, no boilie comes even close to what the multi-bait can do. He's not come back at me, to be fair. And that's the problem with a lot of people who make replies. You come back with them, you hit them back with a constructive, logical way of thinking, and it just sort of stops them in their tracks, because there's nowhere for them to go to sort of try and sound good or undermine you as a person, really. Another guy, just stick to a method feeder, surely. What do you think of that one, Graeme?
I'm dumbfounded. It's nothing like a method feeder.
It's a hook bait at the end of the day, not a method feeder. Another guy, multi-bait, less surface area, less attraction. But to be fair, we're trying to scratch our heads around understanding that one in regarding less surface area and less attraction. Well, the attraction comes from the multi-bait itself, and the whole void of the multi-bait can be filled to capacity of attraction to the size of the multi-bait. So in effect, you get what you put in it, basically. It's just down to what size of multi-bait you want to use and the tactics you're using it on whatever water you're particularly fishing. To be fair, I even questioned if he's even an angler.
The thing is though, is people are telling us to put liquid onto boilies.
And that's been going on for years. If you look at that logic, the delivery of a liquid attractions on top of zigs, on top of boilies, and if you think about the delivery of that attractions, it's probably about as ineffective as pouring the liquid out of the frigging bottle in the first place, because it's going nowhere. The attraction doesn't stay on. It's either on the floor, you've either lost it through the drag at the velocity going through the air 150 miles an hour, crashing into the water to find its location, and then you're left with what? Basically to what you started with. So, you know, at least the multi-bait and the LiquirigS products are delivery systems which allow you to deliver that attraction more effectively than you've ever been able to. And this is what I can't understand about the logic of some people, because it's like Graeme said, some people get it and some people don't. And I have to agree with his point of view, because at the end of the day, you know, it's all about your ability of what you understand and how you come to logically understand anything, basically. But yeah, it is what it is. And then what we find even more funny is that I'd done a post just before we were coming here, weren't it, Graeme?
Yeah.
We were just about to get some milk from a shop basically, and I opened the back of the van and I picked up a bucket. Didn't realise how heavy the bucket was, and it fell out of my hand, to be fair, and it went all over the floor. All my boilies that were in the bucket had spread all over the place, and it's had 2,100 likes, 274 comments and 74 shares, and I'm thinking, I can't even get my head around that, to be fair. And what's so funny about that, Graeme goes on to mention about we need a take two. Well, actually a take two did take place, to be fair, didn't it, Graeme? We were on the boat, the ferry coming over, and I had my tackle box at the side of the van, so we have a side door. I opened that and the tackle box went crashing on the floor and spread all over the ship deck in regarding the van. It took us about 20 minutes picking all the little things up out of the tackle box, and I didn't bother to take a bloody picture or a little video, but I thought, God, if we'd done that, it would have friggin' gone ballistic in regarding the laughter and opinions and blah blah blah. And what I find so ironic is that when you've created, in my opinion, game-changing products, the conversations sort of dry up. It's like people can't believe what's being created in regarding, for example, Corda. In fact, I shouldn't even mention Corda, but because they do a good job in certain areas of this game. But a lead shot on the hoop going viral. You know what I mean? It's just there's no comprehension in regarding one product to the other product. You know what I'm saying? And then if you take the Dragonfly Aligner Cap, and I've been stating it can be 5 different rig presentations all within one product. Well, we've smashed that now. It's now 7 different rig presentations with one product, which has never been achieved in angling. But you want to know something? We bet you we won't even get hardly any comments or discussions about it. And that's how sad this fishing game and social media's become, really. It makes you not even want to be part of this fishing game, because there's that many people who talk crap, who haven't got a clue, and just dishearten the whole process of why we go fishing in the first place. At the end of the day, we're there to enjoy ourselves, enjoy the environment, and fish to the best of our ability. But we seem to have plenty of time to slag things off and undermine people, rather than encouraging people and trying to have more of a positive attitude, really. And because that's what Carp Headbangers has always been about, really. Supporting normal anglers. I put a lot into this game, a lot of money out of my own pocket, which I didn't need to do. Do you think I benefit out of it? Not one bit. But for me, it was about trying to help other people, other anglers, which I've done in abundance, to be fair. But unfortunately, there's a small minority. You'll never please, and you'll never satisfy. And unfortunately, you just have to take it on the chin. All right, Graeme?
Yes.
But we're having a good time at the minute, aren't we, buddy?
Yes, on this French runs water.
Well, it's not a French runs water. It's French, but it's not a runs water. Stay over there is blanking. Graeme's caught a nice 40 common, and I've managed to catch a few myself. So I'll show you them on the LiquirigS and the Carp Headbangers page. But anyway,
you'll get negative comments though, Phil.
I know, mate. In fact,
they don't
you know
count
something?
the French.
Well, to be fair, I posted a 44 pound common. It had 2 comments from 2 of the angling friends. Well done and lovely comment and all that stuff. and it's just a disappointment really how people want to engage. And then you know, I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody else, mate, that's for sure. It's just a case of when it comes to this angling game, I can compete with anybody. I'd like to fucking see an angler who can who took the mind onto my level when it comes to creating that many variations of rigs and presentations, because I don't know any, to be fair. I mean, Frank Warwick comes close, in my opinion. Great angler, great thinker. Can you think of any?
No, Frank Warwick's about it.
Yeah, Frank Warwick, isn't it?
I mean, there were one or two in the early days, but
yeah.
I don't think anybody'd remember them. So
I mean, there's that many different variations of shrink tube, and people getting credit and adulation for it. But I don't think there's an angler who've come close to what I've created. And who's the other angler? God, every time you see a post, you hardly see him posting pictures official, but you see a lot of his yesterday pictures. The chod rig, he come up with the chod rig, was he?
The chod rig?
Yeah.
Oh.
Terry Airn, didn't he do the chod?
Yeah, and you were using it on the hinge stiff and everything, weren't it? Although there is a bit, the people do say it was Frank Warwick that originally came up with it.
Right, okay.
But I think it was Terry Airn that made it popular.
Right, so Terry Airn's just about catching some fish, isn't he then?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, his name was everywhere years ago. So he were fishing Yateley and Raisbury and everything, you know, when catching the fish. But he's a great angler, don't get me wrong, but I think he's a better storyteller.
Right, well.
See, he does tell a good story.
Well. There you have it.
Well, then you get Jim Shelley, you know, he's the most unpopular angler out there, but he's caught just about everything that swims.
So, at the end of the day, those two names, in my opinion, they're anglers who have had plenty of time to do fishing, and obviously rightly deserved, have got their recognition and credibility through putting the time and effort in. So if that's what fishing's all about, then that's the way it is, isn't it? But
I mean, it's like I've been carp angling as long as Terry Airn, but unfortunately I was brought up north, not down south where all the carp were in those days.
Not only that, Graeme, you've been running quite a few successful businesses over the last 35 years.
Well, yeah,
I mean?
That does take it off a bit, but it doesn't stop your angling credibility. It's just a case, it is what it is. Your journey's your journey. Yeah.
Mine's mine, Terry Airn's is, and Jim Shelley's his journey is his, and that's it. The point is, on a journey.
Everyone's got their own journey.
Exactly. But
why so much negativity and jealousy on Facebook?
I think it's probably people who've got aspirations who want to be popular, or for whatever reason, you know what I mean? I don't know. Short-termism, I don't know. Just it's hard to explain in just in a short little video clip. So it's just that, you know, the more and more you look at social media, the more you just see negativity in regard to what people are about, really. It's like people don't want to see you successful. They want to put you down. And you know, success comes in many different shapes and forms, you know what I'm saying? But It's really getting comical now, to be fair. Oh, and there's a fish on your spot, Graeme.
I know. It keeps jumping out to see if them two silly buggers are still here.
Anyway, guys, I think that's enough for us for and again.
That's the first episode of Banter on the Bank with Phil.
First episode, Banter on the Bank with Phil. Yeah, I like the title of that. I think we might do that a bit more often. But anyway, guys, yeah, I do love fishing. Yeah, I think about fishing a lot, and I put a lot of time in. But I've never really put myself out there of, look at me, who I am. I'm better than certain anglers who've got more fame and credibility than me. When in reality, they may have more fame, but when it comes to credibility, that's going to be a big ask matching this guy, to be fair, the way I look at it. But anyway, each to their own, innit? Anyway, guys, I'll catch you all in a bit. Bye from me, and bye from Graeme. Banter on the Bank. Bye. Well, we're in, guys.
Your new presentation, Phil, is it? Isn't it? Yeah. 6 different presentations. Really?
Well, caught on a new Dragonfly rig presentation, which is basically cutting down the aligner of the cap, putting your foam inside the cap and utilising the liquid booster cylinder from the Dragonfly Aligner Cap, and it turns into a lovely little bottom bait. And as you can see, Caught myself a nice little £25 mirror. Lovely. So that's 6 different rig presentations out the 7 of the Dragonfly Aligner Cap from this session. And I don't want to sound big-headed, but I've caught the most fish as well. This time round.
Yeah, I think I'm going to bring my Divian packet inside of yours still.
You're welcome, lad. There we go. Beautiful. That's what we come for, lad.
It is.
Nice side, this one.
Yeah, that must be the scales.
Beautiful. Lovely. It's a fighter.
She wants to give you a slap, that one.
I know, probably will happen. Have everyone laughing at me. There we go, guys. £40, just over.
She's a pretty one.
Isn't it? Caught on the Dragonfly Spinner with a Zanana Biobite pipe pop up inside. Beautiful. Size 6 wide gape, multi-point hook. Lovely. That's what we come for. Magic moments like this. The back of my spool. The rod was nearly in, I was just the rod hitting the arm.
Oh, real.
Really? Yeah. Whew.
Oh, Saturday shooting rats.
Was you?
Oh, the rest. You went through you with me peg.
It's a plodder, innit? It could be.
Well, if it is, I might have to accidentally just put you off.
It could be the common. I think it's on the Dragonfly Aligner Cap.
Right.
heavy. Feels heavy.
I know. I felt it. Well, we good for that reed bed, I thought.
Just put it again. Where's the
GoPro.
yeah.
Is it side button, is it?
Yeah. You got it, yeah?
Like that?
Yeah, now turn the light on with this thing. No? Yeah, and when it's time, just press this and it'll beep and let you know.
Right, yeah.
When it's ready, just to see what. Oh,
Oh,
oh, that's a big fish, Graeme. Think it, yeah. Think.
oh, that's a chunk.
That's a big fish. Oh my.
Oh, be Jesus. Oh.
Ooh, what is it?
57.
Sounds familiar.
I know.
That'll do, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what a beast. Well, £57, guys. What a chunk. Caught on the Dragonfly Aligner Cap with the Monster Marine pop up inside. Whew. Beautiful. Looks awesome, doesn't it, Gray?
It does. 257s in a week.
Yeah. Oh. Let's just get it back in the water a little bit.
You sure?
morning. Well, I'm back to sticking that older hoodie on, because that hoodie I was wearing last night got drenched with that 57 bloody mirror. Well, to be honest, I didn't have another touch after that, and fortunately it's time to go, and I'm just packing down, getting a few bits sorted for the van. So I just thought I'd take this opportunity to say thanks very much for watching. Me and Graeme have had a great time. I'd just like to say to Graeme, thank you very much. You're a gentleman, and it's a pleasure to always fish with you. As for the LiquirigS products, especially the Dragonfly Aligner Cap, that's been devastating and performed outstandingly, and it's just a testament to the product, to be fair, and being able to catch on 6 different variations of the rig, and the only variation we didn't try or didn't catch on either was the chod version. Just unfortunately time runs out and patience runs out, and obviously each journey comes to an end, doesn't it? The funny thing about the title of this video, me and Graeme were talking about it, we're just going to call it resilience. And the interpretation of resilience is the fact that in today's world you've got so many knockers, people who want to put you down, people who don't want to see you do well, people who don't even want to see you catch fish, just basically disillusioned anglers or people who have a certain aspect or way of looking at life, and the key is to just keep carrying on, keep smiling, and sticking to what you believe in, and hopefully the right people will support you and encourage you to do well, because at the end of the day we're all on a short journey in life, and it's just about making the most of it. And what you've got to understand about fishing, it just offers you so much in regard to peace of mind, well-being, being close to nature, and giving you that a little bit more understanding about life rather than being selfish and ignorant. And anyway, it's time to call it a day, and on to the next journey. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I really appreciate you as all. Take care for now. Bye.
We was young, I'm looking back on how life used to be. You were mine and I was yours, I feel like you glued to me. Ripped apart my heart in two, I gave it for you to keep. Broken pieces all over the ground, I'm losing sleep. Take me back to how it used to be. We all say that, but the past always seem to play these tricks with me. Suffocate and need room to breathe. Take me back to how it used to be. And that just been the way the story goes. Everything that shine ain't gold. Always find my way to make it home, but all on my own. And that just been the way the story goes. Everything that shine ain't gold. Always find my way to make it home, but all on my own. You said you needed space, so I gave you space. Life's a movie now, I feel like Vinny Chase, but when behind the scenes, that's when I unweave. When you not with me, not as fun as it seems. My friends think that I'm dumb, but they not cool with me. Like you cool with me, so who are they to preach? Yeah, I made mistakes, we haven't talked in weeks. Said I need inner peace, but look at what you did to me. Sometimes when I'm with you, I don't really wanna be here. But when you gone from me, I'm sad you disappear. What's going on with me? I'm playing both sides. You said I'm dead to you, it's feeling like we both died. How did we get so far with swimming on the shallow side? Floated off way too far, I'm drifting with no paddle. I need you to save me, but you kill me at the same time. It's like a drug when I withdraw, I need the same high. Cause without it I'm a mess, and I don't wanna start again. But it's way better than feeling like this. And that just